I'm going to show you how to make a pie chart in Google Sheets in 3 simple steps. This is the same approach I've used to teach spreadsheets to over 5,000 students without boring them to tears. And stick around because at the end of this video, I'll be dropping some exclusive data presentation hacks to make your pie chart not just good, but great. Ready to master pie charts in Google Sheets? Let's roll. Picture this. You're a data analyst at Uber, and you've been tasked with showcasing the sales percentage each ride type brought in last year. Perfect scenario for a pie chart, right? Step 1 is a breeze. Just select your data, hit the Inserts tab, and choose Chart. Google Sheets might suggest the best chart type for your data, but if it doesn't pick a pie chart right off the bat, don't worry. Just look for the Chart Editor sidebar on the right, pop open the Chart Type dropdown, and select Pie Chart. Now, you'll notice there are 3 kinds: the standard pie, the donut, and the 3D pie chart. Quick tip, always go for the standard pie chart. Why? The other types can get very confusing. Using a pie chart is super straightforward because you're just comparing the sizes of the slices. But when you switch to a donut chart, things get a bit tricky because that big hole in the middle actually makes each slice's area smaller. This can be a real headache when you're trying to figure out if one slice is just a tiny bit bigger than another, especially when their percentages are really close. It's not as easy to tell at a glance, right? Now let's talk about 3D pie charts. They've got a whole different issue. The 3D effect might look cool, but it plays tricks on your eyes. Slices that are closer to you look way bigger than they actually are, which can totally skew your perception of how big their piece of the pie really is. For instance, you might look at one slice and think, wow, that's definitely the biggest chunk. But in reality, it's not. So, standard pie it is. Once you've got your pie chart, we're not quite done. Remember those data visualization hacks I mentioned to make your chart super clear? Let's get into them. But first, if you haven't yet, smash that subscribe button because I'm giving away a full Excel course worth $297 to 10 lucky subscribers every week. Now, let's get into formatting. Head over to the Customize tab. The first thing we'll do in the Legend section is make sure we select the Labeled option. This will label each slice with the name of the ride category and its corresponding percentage, all connected by lines. This makes it crystal clear which piece of the pie we're referring to. Sure, there are other options like placing the legend to the right, but without those connecting lines, you end up bouncing back and forth trying to match colors to ride types. Not the slickest look. Next, move to Chart Axis and Titles. Adding a title depends on your presentation context. If you're explaining live, maybe skip it to avoid distractions. But for emailed reports, a clear title can prevent confusion. Just choose Title from the dropdown and type it in. Done. In the pie chart section, let's tweak the labels. You already have the ride type and percentage in the legend, so why not add revenue values directly onto the pie slices? Just select value for the labels. Simple, right? Moving on to the next step. If you want to be a master of analysis, you've always got to ask yourself, what's the message I'm trying to send with this chart? What do I want people to notice right off the bat? Take, for example, highlighting that the bulk of the revenue came from Uber X rides. We can easily make this stand out by switching up the colors of our pie chart slices. Double-click on any slice and you'll be taken to a section where you can change its color. A slick move is to use various shades of gray for all the other slices and then switch the UberX slice to a color that pops, like green. Just like that, you've made it super clear what viewers should focus on as soon as they look at your chart. Oh, and one more thing. Did you know that every time you create a pie chart, a squirrel sorts its nuts by color? Watch the next video to inspire a meticulous squirrel.